I'm not ruling Bobby out.
Right.
But he's one of the only suspects I have.
Right.
I will say that.
Exactly. Who else do you have?
Well, little brother.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I was
Me? Welcome to Guides the Unknown. I'm Kristen.
And I'm her brother, William.
And this is a special reposting of a previous segment of the show where we discussed the little brother emails that were sent to my little brother, William.
Yeah, I do not know who this person is.
No.
I was sent a series of cryptic emails that referred to me as a myth traveler. And I guess they were things that I should discuss on this show. Sometimes there were ciphers. Sometimes there were coordinates. I never really understood them. And we talked about them on Guide to the Unknown. But it, of course, has come to light that there have been a series of new emails.
Yeah.
And while we're in the process of gearing up for a live stream with people to help us decipher them, we figured it might be worthwhile jogging everybody's memory of what had already come.
Yeah, so catching you guys all up to date for our live stream over at patreon.com/GTTU pod this coming Thursday, the 23rd at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, so we're going to uncover a whole bunch of new stuff there. Please join us, you Netherworld warriors.
Yes.
But here's the re-release, the original story as it previously unfolded to get us all up to speed and remember who little brother seemed to be and what they were driving at.
Right, just what we're dealing with. So listen to this and then come join us on Thursday where you're going to watch us live trying to figure out what's up with the newer emails that Will has gotten. And you too, on your end, if you would like to, can be trying to figure out things too. So you might solve the little brother thing for us. Who knows?
You might crack the case.
Yeah.
But that remains to be seen. So
Totally.
We'll see you over there. And for now, please enjoy this very special re-release of the Little Brother story. I'm here to talk to you about something I've referenced a few times on this show. I'm going to tell you all about my experiences with Little Brother.
Oh my God, yes, finally.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
I think it's time.
Oh, I absolutely think it's time.
The lines have gone quiet.
Yeah, right. You know what? We put out a call.
I've tried.
Right? Last time, didn't we specifically say,
Yes.
please reach out?
Yes, I said they had 1 week.
Yeah.
And
Right,
I'm a man of my word.
I'm a man of my word.
So I'm going to tell you all about somebody who I think referred to themselves as Little Brother, who contacted me, and the tangled web of clues that came to me through these emails.
Yeah.
This is a very strange story. This is going to be somewhat hard to describe, and I'm going to try to do so in with as much clarity as possible.
Okay.
So if you're only listening to the audio version of this show, I'm going to do my damn best to explain everything. If you're watching the video version, you're going to see some visual aids explaining these emails that I got.
Yeah.
So let's start way back at the beginning.
Oh my God.
Like everybody else on the planet, I get an endless amount of spam.
Yeah.
My email inbox is insane. I can't always tell the difference between an email that's actually intended for me or one that's like an ad for some new weird service on Twitter or whatever the hell. I don't know.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I kind of don't trust or look at my inbox that much. My work email address is far easier to read, and if I know somebody personally, they're probably texting me or calling me or messaging me on Facebook rather than sending me an email.
Right.
And that's why I overlooked the first message. Email 1 came to me on October 8th, 2018. This is what kicked it off.
Yeah.
And I didn't pay attention to it. It came.
Paying attention now.
You know how when you get an email, it'll say the name of who sent you the email?
Yeah.
If I send you an email, it's going to say from Will Rogers.
Right. And
my email address is will@talkbomb.com. The name of this person was Google. First name Goo.
Yeah.
Last name Gull.
Right.
Without the
So
E.
I can see why you would think that was spam and kind of blow over it.
Absolutely. Now, this email arrived in my inbox at 3:47 a.m. And it said this: a possible topic for your guide to the unknown. I've compiled one of my own. You're on the right track. Good luck. And it was signed something that was, quite frankly, unpronounceable.
Right.
I'm going to put this up on the screen now. You can all watch the video version of this show on youtube.com/talkbomb. This email was signed QNAAQIYXUALIX.
Right. So just kind of a hard name to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it contained an attachment. It was just a screenshot of something that was called the Dyatlov Pass incident. This is something that we have had recommended to us many times as a topic of the show. It's somewhat intense.
Yeah, it's very deep. I've thought about doing it, but it's just like a lot.
It's a lot. It's a little bit strong subject matter.
Right.
I'm
I
gonna
don't even know if
describe
it really like fits the show necessarily. I think that's
agree.
what I've thought in the past.
Yeah.
It's like not really what we do.
I agree. I'm going to describe it to you now, only so that we have a full experience with little brother's emails to me. So the Dyatlov Pass incident, I'm not even sure how to pronounce that name.
I'm not totally sure.
It refers to the death of 9 hikers in the northern Ural Mountains in the Soviet Union between the 1st and 2nd of February in the year 1959. It is named after the leader of that expedition, Igor Alexeyevich Dyatlov, and it remains unclear what caused the deaths of these hikers.
Yeah.
They were experienced, prolific hikers who, by all accounts, knew what they were doing. There are classifications to like your hiking ability. They were all class 2. When they came back from this expedition, they would have been awarded with a class 3, which is the highest.
Yeah, yeah.
This is to say they knew what they were doing. Originally, this group contained 10 people, 8 men, 2 women, and each person, was going into this. They were excited. They were positive. They felt like they were accomplishing something.
Yeah.
One person had to turn around and head back because of joint pain, ending in the 9 people, none of whom survived.
Right.
They left on January 27th, and they kept detailed diaries. They took pictures. But unfortunately, due to the weather conditions of the hike, they went off course.
Yeah.
They were supposed to go through this pass. They ended up going up a mountain.
Ugh.
They were supposed to check in. But Dyatlov had already said to people, I might not check in on the right date. It might take me a few more days. So it was even longer before search parties went out and found the following scene. Their bodies were found in 3 different groups. The tent that they had been sleeping in had been cut open from the inside. Some of them had been found huddled around a little fire, a little bit away.
Yeah.
Some of them, their hands had been burned. Some of them were essentially just in their underwear. We're talking about like minus 40 degrees Celsius. Most of them died of hypothermia. 3 of them died from fatal injuries, but the injuries themselves were very strange. You can find far more information than what I'm giving you online. I'm going to dumb everything down a good bit. The curious injury is a blow to the head that could not have been caused unless it was a blow struck with the force of a car accident.
Yeah.
They said. It could not have been caused by another...
So nuts.
Yeah. And there are no other injuries on their body that suggest that there was any sort of a fight, altercation, whatever.
Right.
It's almost as if this injury just happened to them. As if there was just a sudden amount of pressure applied to them. Done.
Yeah.
Unclear. Some of the bodies were found with some clothes from the other deceased members of the expedition wrapped around their feet and stuff. Essentially, it seems like as people died of hypothermia, they would almost undress them to take their clothes to add on to themselves, which quite frankly makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, totally.
The reason why people keep recommending this topic to us is because the unknown question here is, how did this happen?
Right.
There is no evidence that they, for example, turned on each other, tried to kill each other. There are a lot of theories that they met up with a local, like, native tribe in that area, something like that. I hope that's the right term.
Yeah.
Anyway, but there are no footprints to suggest that there were any other humans there.
So crazy.
One of the easiest theories that people posit is that it was an avalanche.
Right.
An avalanche rolled over their tent. Hence, they had to cut out from the inside to escape. They had to move fast. That's why some of them weren't fully dressed.
Right.
And then the weather conditions made them all get sort of separated, and they all eventually passed away. However, subsequent testing has proven that that is not an area known for its avalanches. If an avalanche had formed, it would not have gone near their tent. It would have gone around that region.
Yeah.
The answer is no. It was not an avalanche. Military tests. There is, it's been proven at least that the Soviet Union was testing something called parachute mines in that area. This is a mine that explodes up in the air. This could have created that sort of concussive blast to somebody's head that would be like getting hit by a car.
Yeah.
And it would also explain numerous theories about glowing orange orbs in the area. Though I think that you and I hear something like that.
Yeah.
And we don't go to military testing.
Right.
We go to something far more paranormal.
Right.
There's a theory that it was a Yeti. That a Yeti would have the sort of like inhuman strength enough to do this to people. They might have needed to escape their tent, cutting out a quick exit because they were being attacked by a gigantic monster.
Right.
There's something that happens when you get hypothermia called paradoxical undressing. You're freezing to death, but oddly, you feel like you're on fire.
Yeah, that's really freaking me that your body does that.
Absolutely. Anything where it's like your mind is playing tricks on you.
Yes.
And you're making the wrong decision, even though it feels right.
Right.
Is very sad and frightening.
Yeah.
And then there's this. I have never heard of this. The fear frequency.
I don't know about that.
There is something that humans can experience. This is a sound frequency that is just at the limits of our ability to perceive it, called infrasound.
Okay.
Okay.
I mix up okay and uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Oh my God.
It's a sound lower in frequency than 20 hertz or cycles per second, the normal limit of human hearing. The only way that we can really hear this is when the sound pressure is like abnormally high. But there is a weather phenomenon that can create something called the Kármán vortex street, which is like the winds whipping around over like a low area, and it essentially can create this like funnel of noise that might create infrasound. So these people might have been sleeping in the middle of the night. Oh my
God.
And then suddenly sensed something. They didn't hear it. They would not have heard it. They would have felt it.
Oh my God. What luck.
The ear is the primary organ for sensing infrasound, but at higher intensities, it is possible to feel infrasound vibrations.
This is like you in the Blue Lagoon.
It's very much like me in the Blue Lagoon.
Ugh.
In various parts of the body.
You're lucky you made it out alive.
It's true. So they would have woken up in the middle of the night feeling something they couldn't explain.
Oh my God, that's so scary. This case is really unsettling.
They were feeling
I feel horrible whatever happened to them. These are all terrible options.
It's absolutely.
It all had to, no matter what it was sudden and terrifying. Like that cutting out the tent, something must have been like absolutely horrifying.
It paints a picture
and
of
impending. Like it's happening
desperation
now.
and panic that is so upsetting to empathize with.
Yeah, it's very upsetting. It's
very upsetting, yes. And so not knowing what to do, they ran.
Right.
And essentially in their confusion and in the weather and not understanding what they were experiencing, they all got separated and died.
Ugh, God, this makes me want to cry.
So the answer is no one knows.
Yeah, right.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows what happened to these 9 people.
Yeah.
But for sure people have shared it with us many times.
Yeah.
Many times.
Yeah.
And one of the most notable is Little Brother.
Yes.
Now, once again, I ignored this email.
Right.
I got it.
Understandably.
I think I remember looking at it and I moved on because I didn't understand. So here's what happened next. 11 days later, Bobby, our friend Bobby, my old writing partner, we've been doing, we've done shows together for years and years and years. Bobby sends me an email 11 days later. Google, Little Brother, forwarded that Dyatlov Pass email to Bobby.
Right.
Writing, "The myth is real. The myth is truth. You don't know, but your friend will.
God, that's so scary.
It also made me think, like, you don't know, but your friend will.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's
Yeah,
like
it's a little
weird
bit of a double
wordplay.
Yeah.
And so everything else was completely identical. 2 minutes after that, Bobby forwarded it to me saying, hey, I think someone might be trying to hack me or you. Or a robot got very good at mining Guide to the Unknown information.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Now they had my attention.
Right.
I don't understand why, and this is a big question that I can't answer, and you brought up the Blue Lagoon
Yeah.
incident that we discussed last week. I
Right.
experienced a phenomenon. All week, we've been getting responses from listeners
Yeah.
trying to explain what that was.
Yeah.
Listeners in Utah who have experienced the same thing at other hot springs, people who have been to the Blue Lagoon but not experienced it.
Right.
A lot of theories about minerals. It's been truly fascinating talking to all of you online, trying to figure this out and piece together what stories are similar. I might need your help again
Yeah.
with Little Brother. So, I'm tuned in now.
Yeah.
Now I'm paying attention to the Little Brother email.
Yeah. To Google.
Let's go through some of the finer points that are easy to overlook.
Sure.
The easy thing is I listen to Guide to the Unknown. Here's a topic you should listen to.
Right.
Here's what's more mystifying to
Bubbling
me.
under the surface.
They obviously know what Guide to the Unknown is. They referenced it in that first email. They did not get my attention, so they turned to
Right.
Bobby,
Right.
not you.
I know.
The way that they were contacting us was William@talkbomb.com, not an email that I use,
Right.
and Bobby@talkbomb.com. Not really an email he uses, though if you go to talkbomb.com, I believe you can find these contact information options, although mine I think is Will@talkbomb. Everything comes funneled through. You can,
right.
You can
it
type,
comes to like your actual Gmail that you use.
yes, you
Yeah.
can type in like Jimmy Dean sausages at talkbomb.com and it will get to one of us.
Right.
So that I thought was odd.
Right.
Then the Dyatlov Pass picture that he sent, it's a screenshot that this person must have searched for or something, but the title of the image
This whole thing is so good.
is 40.7127753, comma, -74.005925978. All right. They had my attention. We were looking at this a little more closely.
Stop saying you have my attention.
Little brother, you had my attention. We realized that
That's
these...
something like a pervert says.
These
Like,
robots.
you have my attention.
Oh, I don't like that then. Yeah, all right. Forget that. You don't have my attention. I don't know how to come back from that. All right, so anyway, we realized these are coordinates. This is latitude, longitude.
Right.
Now, you plug these coordinates into Google, and they give you an address in Manhattan. If you zoom in further, what they give you the address to is New York City Hall.
Yeah.
Google, Little Brother,
Right.
sent me the Dyatlov Pass incident, and attached to it, the file name for it were coordinates to City Hall
Right.
in New York City.
Right.
Not only that, I discovered this afternoon. I don't know if it means anything.
Okay.
If you click on those coordinates,
Yeah.
Google has a little feature that pops up a little more information about the location. This one said bye-bye and hello.
Interesting. What is going on?
Was this little brother greeting me?
Perhaps.
Let's get weirder.
Yeah.
The original email from Little Brother signed off with good luck. QNAAQI space YXUALIX. This is how we knew his name.
Right.
This is a cipher
Right.
that translates to Little Brother.
Right.
We confirmed it.
Yeah.
We looked it up on cipher sites. We did it ourselves.
Yeah.
It means
Yeah, totally.
Little Brother.
Right.
Not sure. So Bobby and I continue talking about this because we kind of can't wrap our heads around
Yeah.
it. There was a time where it seemed like somebody was trying to do like a malware attack against talkbomb.com.
Right.
So Bobby and I had recently around this time been talking about getting hacked a lot. All right. I said, haha, what the fudge? Like, I can't tell if it's generated by a robot or not. The picture is clearly cropped from a Wikipedia article on spooky stuff. But then the names seem totally generated by a computer, but they also do say real sentences.
Right.
Why were they hiding their identity with Google? And their email address, which I'm not going to share, is equally cryptic, and I can't decide if it's supposed to be a secret message or not. It's filled with letters and numbers. I have not decoded it.
Yeah.
Okay. We figured it out. We sent Bobby the answers, and then Bobby said, all this mystery stuff, has all this mystery solving stuff actually made you good at solving mysteries?
I think so, a little bit. Yeah.
Because here's the thing.
Now we have like a working knowledge of different kinds of ciphers and stuff.
Yes. And here's the other thing that is not mentioned at all in the little brother emails, but I feel like is inherently part of this.
Yeah.
Kristen and I do unboxing and theory videos for the company Hunt-A-Killer.
Right.
A lot of that is ciphers, riddling stuff out. It's a game.
Yeah.
It's a super fun game.
Yeah.
And I think I've mentioned either there or on this very show or both. I think I've called out to people online and been like, hey, send me weird stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely have done that,
Yes,
right? Like
definitely.
send me cryptic weird emails.
Definitely.
So in a way, I got my wish.
Yeah. Oh, completely. This is all awesome.
It's crazy and rad.
Yeah.
And
No, I
awesome.
love it. And if you guys are just listening to the audio version, Will's doing a very good job of going through it. But I will say, I'm looking right now at the graphics that he put together for the YouTube version. This all looks great and is very well organized. So I would recommend going to youtube.com/talkbomb for this one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Maybe I'll even share this because I feel like this is something that like I don't understand completely. I can tell you the things that I've figured out. I do get the sense that there's more to figure out.
Maybe.
I don't know. I could be wrong about that too. Maybe this is a riddle that doesn't really have an end. So, the original email came in on October 19th, 2018. That means I've been trying to figure it out because I was doing the now research on this months later.
Right.
That was just before. That was like 5 days before the launch of the show Blackwood that I wrote. At this time, I was out of my mind. I was like running around like wild. I had a million things to do. Lost track of time.
Right.
As cool and fascinating as this was, I did not respond to Google.
Right.
Frankly, time just got away from me.
As it sometimes does.
And then this came in 12 days later. This is the second and final message from Google, little brother. It came in November 1st, 2018, 12:03 a.m.
Yeah.
These are always in the middle of the night. The email says, your interface geometry is off. You ignored the last entry of my guide to the unknown. Do not worry. I am not bothered. It is your loss. The next entry is incoming. Good luck, myth traveler. The grass is wet with rain. And instead of really a sign-off, there is another cipher. JLRDAP space DLPQA space AXAQ space.
Amazing.
The title of the email, the subject bar, was Mother Horse Eyes. That cipher translates to Mother Horse Eyes. There was something to solve, but there was nothing to solve.
Yeah, right.
And there was, again, another screenshot.
Yeah.
This screenshot just says Mother Horse Eyes, but there are enough pieces of information just below it to realize it's some sort of a Wikipedia type site. There are sections for the narratives, analysis, other works, or explore.
Right.
So I know that this is a website that exists that I can go to, but I've never heard of this. I had heard of the Dyatlov Pass incident.
Yeah.
Never heard of Mother Horse Eyes. Once again, the screenshot is titled with coordinates. 30.539994, comma, negative 84.226874. You pop these coordinates into Google, our old friend, and you get this place. This is just somewhere in Tallahassee, Florida.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. This time I tried to do the same thing. The thing that said bye-bye and hello. This time when I clicked on it, I just got, it's an unnamed road.
Yeah.
This one seems to be nowhere, but it's so specific.
Right, exactly. So it must be something. I wish that you could like zoom in on that car and you could see a license plate or something. It just seems like there's nothing, like, where do you go?
I don't know.
You know?
Well, there are things that you can do. Like I did Street View on both of these spots, and I got weird results. There are weird results that I'm presently considering not connected to Little Brother.
Okay.
But Bye Bye and Hello gives you pictures of a place that is definitely not New York City Town Hall.
Yeah.
According to Google Maps, I don't know if we want to pull this up. It's so weird, and I feel like it has nothing to do with anything. It's like almost just hard to explain.
Okay. I'm very curious, though.
But like if you do Street View, or if you click Bye Bye Hello, or like click on that area, it seems to show like a part of some like developing country area. It has nothing to do with New York. It's almost as if somebody took pictures of a place and incorrectly tagged them as New York. But why? Is it coincidental?
Oh my God.
Right? When is Google Maps?
I don't remember that part of this.
No, because I found out today.
Oh, okay. Oh my God.
When is Google Maps wrong in such a way that they'll take a picture from another country and put it
into New York?
And it's the very coordinates that Little Brother sent me.
No, William, it's significant. It's significant.
I don't know. This is either these were either breadcrumbs to an answer, or this is a bottomless pit.
Right.
And I don't know which.
Right.
So, Mother Horse Eyes.
Yeah.
This is the next thing that Little Brother wanted me to pay attention to.
Yeah.
And he got my attention. So anyway.
By pervert, by the way, I mean sexual pervert. I mean like some weirdo who's like, you have my attention. And you're like, ugh, I don't like this guy.
Well, I think it'll all become clear when I email Little Brother back.
I know. I just want to clarify.
I'm speaking in a very deliberate manner.
That's not what I'm calling you. Yeah. I would just like to clarify that.
So Mother Horse Eyes, I did less research on because it's not just one thing. Mother Horse Eyes refers to something called the Interface series. You and I have talked about creepypastas on Guide to the Unknown before. Yeah. They are stories that are written by really anyone. And the best ones become viral. They take off. They go nuts.
Right.
There's a very famous one where it's like, so you're making out with your sweetie and the phone rings. You answer the phone and it says, "Stop messing with my daughter."
Yeah.
You tell the girl, she says, "That my dad's dead." Then who was phone?
Yeah.
It's like a bad creepypasta, but yeah.
Oh, I like it.
So the Interface series started being written by a Reddit user called _9mother9horse9eyes9.
Oh, okay.
And nobody knows who this person is.
Right.
All of the fan base around this person is about trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Kind of like me and Little Brother.
Yeah.
So Mother Horse Eyes, the user, will write something on Reddit.
Yeah.
And people started to pay attention to the fact that they constantly were talking about MK Ultra, LSD tests, and started referencing things that nobody understands, like restraint bed portals and flesh interfaces.
Oh.
And so it started to seem like all of these seemingly random posts by this person were actually bits and pieces of a greater narrative.
Right.
And so people started to pay attention and try to place them canonically in order to form a story.
Yeah.
Kind of a Dear David.
Yeah,
if you don't know who's writing it and you can't understand what they're talking about.
Right.
I read a couple of entries and I can see how you would go down this path.
Yeah.
To trying to understand all of it. I might try to read more, but I think it's more the thing that I take interest in regards to this is I don't know what Little Brother. I don't know if this is what they were hoping to spark in me, but to me, I see like this is the ingenuity in storytelling that can only exist in the internet age.
Right.
Like it's just like this is a very clever thing. This easily could have been somebody shouting into the void.
Yeah.
Yelling into a jar and then throwing it into the ocean.
Yeah. Right.
But thankfully, people noticed, and there was a small movement of people trying to figure it out. So therefore, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Who knows how many other things like this exist that nobody knows?
Right. Nobody bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that I particularly hook into. I don't know much of the subject matter of it, but that's the extent that I'm aware of it and am interested in it.
Right.
I don't know. So back to Little Brother.
It all comes back to Little Brother.
It all comes back to Little Brother. I wrote an email to to little brother.
Yeah.
I sent an email to Google 24 minutes after he sent me the mother horse eyes email.
Yeah.
And I said the following. The time is nearly right, little brother. I wanted to prove that I solved that first cipher.
Oh.
I ignored nothing. Are you always listening? Always watching? Awaiting further contact. Intrigued by your motives and identity. The coordinates. The email address. I'm ready to know more. Not many are. Behind closed doors. They admit they are baffled.
Ooh, very
Signed,
good.
Your friend. And I capitalized the F in friend.
Yeah.
That was a Hunt-A-Killer reference. I wanted to suss out.
Right, if that's how they kind of found you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the only other Hunt-A-Killer themed thing in here are the obvious, like, sort of ciphers and puzzles and clues, but there was no overt mention. This could just be somebody who's a fan of Guide to the Unknown.
Right, and like figures will like this kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Because we do, so yeah.
So I was really hoping to get something off of friend with the capital F. And I forgot to double check this, but I deliberately wrote behind closed doors, they admit they are baffled. That's a reference that I don't remember.
Yeah, it smacks of one, but I don't know what it is.
It's what?
It smacks of a reference to something. Yeah.
Gotcha. It's a quote by someone named Paul Davies. Many investigators feel uneasy stating in public that the origins of life are a mystery, even though behind closed doors, they admit they are baffled. So I wanted to put
that's fun.
Yeah,
I like that.
Another little clue, just to send back to somebody to figure something out.
Right. Give them a little rabbit hole to go down.
Exactly. But unfortunately, no further contact was made.
Right.
If you're a constant listener, watcher of Guide to the Unknown, you've heard me cry out into the void. You've
Big
heard
brother.
me.
I mean, little brother, where are you?
Ask for little brother to get back in touch.
Right.
But unfortunately, no other emails were sent. I've checked. I checked our GTTU pod email.
Yeah.
I've looked around. Nothing.
Now, have you, I think we've talked about this, have you explored the possibility that this is Bobby?
I have a whole section here about Bobby.
Okay, because that's a big front runner for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bobby the other day asked me to make another call out to little brother on the show.
Uh-huh.
Why would he want that?
Here's the thing. Number one, I think that it's worth thinking about the fact that you didn't respond to that first little brother email, and then Bobby called your attention to it.
I think it's funny that...
Why is it about Guides to the Unknown, but they're contacting Bobby?
Yeah. I agree.
And
he responded to that email 2 minutes later.
Right.
He forwarded that email
to
me 2 minutes later.
Yeah. And he knows that you're into all of this stuff.
Yes.
And it would be like a fun, weird thing.
All right. All right. Here is my evidence for it not being Bobby.
Okay.
Why would he have stopped?
Because he gets his kicks from talking to you. Like he can have this need satisfied on the above board way. He might just not have felt like or had the time. He was moving. He was doing all this stuff to sort of concoct these emails. And that's not the only way he gets to have contact with you is through these little brother emails. So that itch is being scratched anyway.
He had already moved by this point.
Okay.
I feel that if it were Bobby, and I do think that these points of conjecture point in his direction for sure.
Yeah.
I think he would have sent a third. I don't know why he would have stopped.
Yeah. No, that's a good question.
Yeah. And the timestamps, they were sent at 3 or 4 in the morning.
Right.
And then midnight, Bobby is a bartender.
Yep.
He might have just been getting off a shift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't know. The only other thing that I can point to is that none of these topics have ever come up with Bobby before. Not that he doesn't have restraint.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I would have noticed more of a theme. I think if we're talking about somebody committing a crime, and I am, there's means, motive, and opportunity.
Right.
Did Bobby have the means and opportunity? Sure. Did he have the motive?
Yeah. He's just like a weird guy who might want to do a fun, weird thing.
I don't find to be a compelling answer.
It's not the most compelling, but it would do the opposite of shock me if we find out that this is Bobby.
Yeah, I don't think it would shock me. It wouldn't shock me. It would be fun in that, like, What are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. This is all awesome no matter what. If it's Bobby,
very
it's awesome.
involved.
If it's somebody else, it's awesome.
It's very involved.
Yeah.
I also want to just posit another just thing that I find strange.
Yeah.
William at talkbomb.com.
Right.
Not Will.
Yeah, that is weird.
I find that weird.
Yeah.
The subject line for that email was William.
Right.
I find it strange in a way that's just distinctly it doesn't smack to me of somebody trying not to be familiar.
Right.
It sounds to me like somebody trying to be familiar but not knowing how to because they don't know me.
I don't know. I don't read that much into that. I think if Bobby was doing this and he's in the mode of being like weird and formal, it's kind of natural to go William.
I guess. I don't know. I feel like
I don't feel strongly about that either way, but that doesn't dissuade me at all from Bobby.
The original email said, a possible topic for your guide to the unknown. I've compiled one of my own. You're on the right track. And it ends there. I don't know. If it were somebody that were trying to put this on for fun,
right,
silliness, I feel like that might go a little further. The fact that it stops there doesn't feel comedic.
Yeah.
It does feel deliberate, like you're trying to adopt a persona to a certain extent.
Right.
But it doesn't feel like it's fun.
Well, none of this feels comedic or goofy. And you would think that if he was doing this, there would be that aspect to it. Yeah. So I'm not ruling Bobby out. Right.
But he's one of the only suspects I have.
Right.
I will say that.
Exactly. Who else do you have?
Well, little brother. I don't know. I was
me?
No, I don't know. Big sister, little brother.
Yeah.
An exact opposite? I don't know. Little brother's unaccounted for. Everything else makes a sort of like internal logical sense. Mother horse eyes.
Right.
Was the subject line, was the sign off, and was the attachment.
Right.
Little brother doesn't have an answer for me.
Yeah.
That could be the thing that's like exaggerated and funny about Bobby, to joke that he's my little brother.
To tell you the truth,
something.
That leads me to Bobby.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know. I think that I can make certain things fit Bobby, but I don't know if they...
I shouldn't say it leads me to Bobby, like that's like one in his favor, but like it kind of makes sense. I could see Bobby being like, yeah, really, like little brother, like, Yeah,
and that was a really good impression too. But...
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm considering the case open. And unfortunately, I'm also considering the case cold.
Yeah, I know. It's been a while.
Little brother.
Yeah. If you want to make that trail hot again, by all means.
Also, Bobby having asked me recently to make a little brother reference on the show. That also points me away from Bobby.
Yes, I agree.
That points me away.
Yeah.
Because he would think it's fun to drop a weird cryptic reference in a show.
Right.
But I don't think that he would want to be associated with the little brother story.
Well, it sounds to me just like he was curious about the little brother story and he wants it to continue, which makes it sound like not Bobby.
So let's bring this to a close.
Okay.
What should I write to little brother? One last time.
Oh, my God.
One last attempt.
Yeah.
Can I make a bigger spectacle? Can I make a bolder proclamation?
What more do you want?
What more could you possibly need?
What are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for, little brother?
Yeah.
What should I say?
Oh, man. I don't know. I feel like this is such an intricate game that's hard for me to think of something on the fly.
Little brother.
Because are you going to include anything weird or we're just going to...
Little brother, I've been thinking. Little brother, we've been talking.
Ooh, okay. This is good already.
Are you still listening?
Oh, William, this is very good.
I wish you would share.
Yeah.
Send?
Yeah, send. Perfect.
Send.
Great.
There you go.
All right. Little brother, we're waiting.
Perhaps that's it. Or perhaps that's the story for now.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Of the cryptic emails sent my way, part 1.
It's the best. I love
the Little Brother Saga.
Yeah. Fingies crossed.
Fingies crossed. And there you have it.
To cap off a very intellectual
there you have it.
sort of thing. Fingies crossed.
I do also want to say that I have deliberately read out strings of numbers that would otherwise be boring on a podcast. I have just given you the clues.
Right. I would love it if you guys would help us.
If you would like to roll up your sleeves and take part,
by all means.
have at.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for now, put like a thing for the end of that.
So there you go. That's all we knew back then.
Right.
That's all we had to work from. there's a whole lot more to
Right.
dig into.
There's audio. There's like audio of somebody speaking with noise over it that's kind of masking it.
Yeah.
That we're going to try to kind of like slice layers of audio off of to hear what they're saying, hear little brother's voice.
Exactly.
And like I said before our show started last Friday, maybe little brother is going to be on this live thing.
There's a
That's
very
not
good
like
chance.
a tease, like I'm being like, maybe this special
Yeah,
guest
we
is
have no
coming.
control. This
We
is
have
not
zero.
a joke, by the way.
No,
we genuinely
no.
don't know who this person is or why they're doing it this way.
No. But I'm just curious because if I were doing something like this and I knew people were going to be like solving it live,
Right.
I would want to like see what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's crazy. It's like a little creepy. I
It's like
can't
Dewey
wait.
said to Sydney, they're probably already in your life.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
They're probably close to you.
Yes. So please join us there.
Mm-hmm.
That's Thursday, January 23rd, 2020
Yes, 2020.
at 6 p.m. Eastern, patreon.com/GTTU pod. Hope you enjoyed this show. If this was your first time, welcome to the club.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, everybody. We'll see you over there. Until that time comes, we must travel.
Back to the netherworld go we. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I'm excited.
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
It could end up being like a dud.
It totally could, but
It
it'll
could.
still be fun.
It's out of our control.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll still be fun to work on and try to figure out.
Yeah.
It's nutty.